Hello, everybody. I'd like to introduce to you our speaker is Seti, and today our topic is the state of Black people. My name is Dee. I'm the moderator, and Cedric, everywhere I look and everywhere I go, I'm noticing that for years upon years, I, it's hard to patronize our people, our African American businesses, our small businesses. It's something we always strive to do and want to do because we want to uplift our economy.
Right.
But there's so many problems with it. Can you give me some insight on that?
Well, first of all, the state of mind of black people as of today is worse than what it was in the 50s, the 60s, and the 70s. We're going backwards. We give all our money to people that don't like us. We give all our money to people that don't look like us. We give all our money to people that don't want us around. We give all, don't y'all know if Mexico was Africa, the border crisis would have been settled a long time ago. It had been armed guards on the border. It had been armed guards on the bridge. It had been all kind of traps set in the water. It had been all kind of booby traps. Trust me, none of them Negroes would have crossed that water. That would have got settled a long time ago. The reason why everybody's against it and everybody's not against it, because as long as they're coming over here, they're taking black people jobs and don't nobody even care. Long time ago, before it got bad, when all the jobs was hiring nothing but white folks. Black folks was complaining, and then they got to where they put to where you got to hire black people also, or it's gonna be a problem. You got to hire black people. It has to be some black people on the job. It can't be all white people. It was a union type thing to where black people were now being hired equal opportunity employee. That's what they called it. Right now, they didn't even care. You got kids that are graduating and going to stand on the street corner. Next year, they're graduating, going to stand on the street corner. Next year after that, they're graduating, going to stand on the street corner. I ride up and down these rural neighborhoods, and every time you see a convenience store, it's a bunch of black men and sometimes black women standing outside the store. Either they're sitting down, either they're loitering, either they're hanging around. Not saying nothing bad about them, but they don't have nothing to do. Well, excuse me. Won't nobody hire them. Won't nobody give them a job. And it has nothing to do with a black mom raising her son, a black mom raising her daughter without a man in the house. They've been telling that lie for a bunch of years, and everybody just go with it. People think a man needs to be in the house for a black woman to raise her son. And no, he don't. It's been done in the 50s, 60s, and 70s and 80s. But at this point, they're making excuses instead of saying, won't nobody hire them, so they have nowhere to go. They can't go get hired at the grocery stores because they feel the Hispanics, Asians, Indians, anything ends on the end of it, that's who got all the jobs.
Why is that?
Because don't nobody want to deal with black people. And until they come to that reality, we're going to steady give people that don't look like us our money. I go to the gas station. I'm behind somebody at the gas station. He going off on the guy behind the thick glass this thick that's serving the community, but he treating black folks like they criminals. Now the guy arguing with him because he's trying to rush the guy out of line, and the guy cursing and hurry up with my order. I don't understand y'all. You better get my order straight. You better do this. The dude was fussing, and the two Asians, Indians, or whatever it was behind the counter was laughing at him. Nobody was laughing at him because you making all that noise, but you giving up your money. You doing all that cursing, but you slid that money in that tray. You doing that. I've seen that play out so many times in these convenience stores and these mom and pop stores and these gas stations to where you can go down the street. It's 50 gas stations on one long block, and ain't none of us working at them, but we giving them our money. And I don't understand why black people don't come together Open up your own gas station. Open up your own grocery store. Open up your own bank. Open up your own hospital. It's millions and billions of people that got millions and billions of dollars and won't do. And I'm talking about black people. Only thing they do is buy cars, buy boats, buy trains, buy planes, buy land, buy houses, buy this materialistic things. And I've been on Facebook, and people be congratulations. Somebody just bought. Steve Harvey just bought a $450 million yacht. Congratulations! Congratulations for what?
Do you think it's because we were raised with a consumer mindset, meaning that in order to show that you have something, you spend to buy material things instead of doing like you just indicated? Why are
No,
we buying banks? Why are we
no,
buying stores? Why are we opening
mm-mm,
businesses?
that ain't the reason.
What
The
is
reason is the white folks won't let them. You can buy that. You can buy that. You can buy that. You finna go open up a park for black kids to play when they get out of school? You bet not. You finna open up a grocery store for your family. Black people can have a grocery store to shop at that's black owned. Black people working there. You better not do that. You finna open up a mall for all black people can shop at, and ain't nothing but black stores inside this mall. You better not do that. If you do anything to help your people, we're gonna do something to you. We're gonna take your money. If you do anything to help your people, we got a problem with it. You want to go buy a yacht? Yeah, go buy it. A $350 million yacht. You want to buy a home? Yeah, a 340 $40 million. You think everybody celebrating because he bought a $450 $50 million yacht, and everybody celebrating for what? He gave that money to that money didn't go to nobody black, but everybody celebrating. Black people glamorize folks that use y'all. I'm gonna say it again. Black people glamorize people that use y'all. Beyonce get on stage. Her tickets range from 500 nosebleed seats to $2,000, and you might be up front and tell you about being single. Being single, it's the single life. Yeah, be single. Love being single. Independent woman. Independent this, and then when the shit over, with she go home to her husband and the kids. All these black people, all they doing is making the black race worse than what they've ever been.
let's talk about something you indicated before about the yacht and spending that money. How, if it's his money, he worked hard. And I'm not just talking about one individual, I'm just talking about us as a race because that's what we're focusing on, the state of black people.
Right.
He earned his money. What do you expect him to do with it?
This is what I expect them to do. Steve Harvey and the rest. I'm just using Steve Harvey for example. Black people got you there. All you entertainers that was something happen to black people, you ain't out there marching. You ain't out there got a problem with it. But black people got you where you at. Black people bought all them tickets. Black people comes to them concerts. Black people got you where you at. And the problem is this: once they got way up here, then white folks start patting them on the back. Asians start patting them on the back. Um, um, Indians all different races start patting them on the back. We don't need black people no more. But black people the one that got you there. Black people the one that bought all them tickets when you wasn't nothing. Literally nothing. Black people the one got, and the reason why I got a problem with they buying all these expensive gifts, that's your money. You do what you want to do with your money. But whatever happened to, but I got to give back to my people. They still in the ghetto. They're still in the slums. They're still living from paycheck to paycheck, if not on housing. Their kids can't go outside because the neighborhood is being shot up. They can't do this. The kids are going down instead of going up. The schools, even if it's to go put some money and revitalize some of these high schools and some of these, I've heard the horror stories of how some of these high schools, junior high schools, senior high school, how they look. Put money in that. All I'm saying is, why do black people glamorize people that ain't doing nothing for y'all? Don't want to have nothing to do for y'all. get a dime and move out of the neighborhood, I don't blame them. Move out of the neighborhood. But why not reach back and say, let me build something for these people that's put me up here? Because when you want nothing, you was humble, down to earth. Soon as you start building, now I'm white. No, you're not. Because the first thing you do out of line, your black card gonna show. Your N-word card gonna show. As soon as you do something out of line, then you're gonna run back to the black people. I'm just not understanding why we glamorize celebrities, $1 million athletes, people that and I'm talking to black people, they used to be probably outside running up and down the street with no shoes on when they was young. So they know where they come from. And we still glamorize them. And like I say, these grocery stores is full of everybody but us. Convenience stores, everybody but us.
How do we fix that?
We don't fix it because black people got comfortable. It can't be fixed because but they don't got comfortable because they think that's the way life's supposed to go. We don't supposed to own nothing. Like all these celebrities, all these rappers, all these entertainers, all these football and baseball players and basketball players that's black, their mindset is you don't supposed to own nothing. Whatever, all the money you make, I'm going to put it in to me a pool in the backyard, to me a mansion, and me this and me that. Not a problem because that's your money. But what I don't understand is why are y'all not giving back to the black? I'm not saying put money in black people's hands. That's what I don't mean that by give money back. Tyler Perry built that major studio, and that's his. Black people celebrating, dancing in the street, and twerking all over the place, and jumping up and down because he put that studio ain't for y'all. That's for Tyler Perry to make more money off y'all. That's not for y'all. When Oprah do stuff, I apologize. Let me get one more point. Oprah built the school for black people. Why is everybody celebrating? She built the school in Africa.
Okay, so are you trying to say that major stars, such as the ones you mentioned, don't have any philanthropy, meaning that they're not giving back in some way, they're not helping in some way?
They're not doing nothing but making movies so you can go spend your money and watch it. Making albums so you can spend your money and go watch them in concert. Showing up for a photo shot and everybody's going crazy.
Now, according to what I read, not to cut you off,
no problem.
Let's stick on Tyler Perry. Now, that's for a different subject. They said he has 5 heartwarming charitable deeds and that he's deeply committed to making a positive impact into the life of those that need it. That he's given generous tips to restaurant servers,
which is nothing.
He's built a home for a 93-year-old woman. He's paying off property taxes for low-income seniors, as much as $7,500,000 for 300 low-income people. That seems like he's giving back.
No, he's not. I'm gonna tell y'all a secret. Let me tell you this. I know you got more, but let me stop you on that. Most of the time, these people are doing this charitable work for taxes. Most of the time, these people are giving like this. It's for taxes. Most of the time, people are. You got to think. You got a studio on all them acres. You paying taxes on something. Everybody pay taxes per year, or the IRS coming to get them. So they got to find out charitable donation. They got to do this and that. I understand everything you just named. I guarantee you, it's just for that. Everything you just named, I'm guaranteeing you, it's just for that. Tell me something for that, all over here, over there, over here. Then I can understand it's a charitable work. But when you just doing stuff and nothing, taking nothing against whoever he donated money to, I'm pretty sure they deserved it, and that's a God given that he did it for them. But my point is, to me, it's a charitable write-off because you're not doing it for black people. You're doing it for that person. Like when a person builds something and say, well, and they put their name on it. That's for a tax write-off. I'm giving an example of not a tax write-off. It's a tax write-off, but people are still getting use of it. When you build a major mall and it's a bunch of stores in it, and we out for black people to bring their business here because we want to start selling our goods. We want to show black people can shine. When we build a park, a community park for our black youngsters can go to with security, riding around the park to make sure they safe. The kids at the park, security riding around the park. I don't care if these run down neighborhoods. I don't care if these up neighborhoods, but it's for these black kids to give them something to do instead of standing around the stores. It'd be little girls, little boys standing around the mom and pop store, sitting down on the curb. They ain't got nothing to do. Their mama don't work most of the time. They don't have anything to do.
It doesn't, it's hard for a person who has, I know this says for much is given, more is required. So, yes, they have a lot of money, but they can't fix the whole world. I think that anybody can make a charitable difference. Any of us can help build black businesses. So we shouldn't have to always rely on somebody else with more revenue. The problem is just so big. The state of black people is just so big.
It's not relying on anybody, but at the state of mind black people are right now, we're at the bottom of the barrel, male and female. Won't nobody hire us? Won't nobody give us a job? They don't show us no respect. You everywhere you go, somebody don't look like you. I don't care if you go to McDonald's, Burger King, and Whataburger. Somebody that look like, it's very seldom somebody that look like you gonna be behind the counter. I repeat that lie that black people don't want to work. No, you don't want to hire them. You want somebody that's bilingual. You want somebody that's from the islands, or somebody that country is being torn down, and you give them $10,000 to $10,000 to $15,000 to come over here and start a new life. And when they start a new life, their kids need somewhere to work. So our daughter and our sons, they at McDonald's and Burger King because they're young. And when they get older, we got enough money to make them a business. They fighting the war over there. President Biden said, let's send them $600 million. They fighting the war over there. President Biden said, let's send them $400 million. That was last year. People are struggling from day to day, losing their homes from day to day, and don't nobody care. And that's the biggest problem I got with all of this. Don't nobody care.
There's definitely some truth in that because those funds could definitely be used across the board to help improve not just um, businesses, but Medicare, Medicaid, housing, education, the whole gamut. You're absolutely right.
But back to something you said that I want to comment on. I apologize for interrupting
Mm-mm.
you. I know they can't help everybody, but I'm like this. If you from Houston, Texas, and you're a multi-millionaire, do something to give back to Houston, Texas. Do something to give back to where I was born and raised. And I'm talking about all these millionaires and billionaires. I don't understand how can you charge folks all this money for tickets just to see you, and when they leave and go back home to their shack, or they lights off, or they rent to do, or they having problems. Not saying you're supposed to pay their bills, but all you want is money from them. I heard what Beyonce said. Didn't know she was on tape. She said, "Let me go down here and take all these people money." That's on a recording before she went on stage. I ain't mad at her because that's what she did. I watch folks go crazy, behind people that don't care nothing about you. And I don't know when it's gonna happen to where an athlete or entertainer or somebody says, I'm gonna open up me a store and it's gonna put my name on it. And not say it's only for black people, but it's black owned. And it's millions and millions and millions of dollars out there that these people have that all they want to do is go buy cars, boats, trains, planes. You got celebrities with 18 cars in their driveway. Once again, it ain't about giving your money that you earn to people. It's about giving back to people that got you there. People that bought tickets to the movies, tickets to the concerts, idolize you. You're their everything. I don't understand how do y'all sit and don't even care? Because a lot of times, a lot of these donations is for tax write-offs. It ain't for black people. It's for tax write-offs.
Well, there's a lot of Beyonce fans. That Beehive they run deep. But I do want to say, I did notice that she does have a foundation that she started in 2013. Of course, I haven't heard much about it, but it's supposed to support entrepreneurs, small business owners, and students with relief grants and scholarships opportunities. Not sure how much of the money from her tour has actually gone into that initiative.
Petty little donations, petty little things that they doing is not even closer to where they need to be doing, to where we need to walk out our front door and get in our cars and drive to something that you built for black people, not charitable donations. Charitable donations is something that you give a certain amount and send them on by their business. Charitable donations is you donate a certain amount, send them on by their business. Build something for your people. And I'm talking to everybody that has millions and millions of Tyler Perry, Oprah Winfrey got over $1 billion. She ain't trying to do nothing for black people, but send them down because she thinks she white. I got a lot on that subject there, but I'm gonna leave it like that.
All right, so what can we, as a generation, this next generation coming up, you mentioned that kids come out of school and they're just standing on the street corners. You also touched on the topic that we can't always just blame the fact that dads are not in the home. How can we turn this around?
It's too late. It's too late.
It's too late.
Yeah,
What do you mean?
it's too late. This did you have you seen the next generation? It might be the generation after them, but this next generation is on the news every day. This next generation is bug wild, ain't trying to do nothing, ain't trying to have nothing, ain't trying to save nothing, ain't trying to do nothing. There's a small group of black women and men, 18, 19, 20, 25, 30. It's a group, but it's a small group that's doing something with their life. The rest don't give a fuck. Excuse my language. So this group that's coming up now, they ain't finna do nothing. Ain't finna do nothing. But use, abuse, follow, and anything on social media, follow anything coming out. Ain't trying to have nothing, ain't trying to do nothing, and that's men and women. It's too late. They're not trying to teach them nothing. How can you get taught something when won't nobody hire you? And it goes back to what I said at first. It won't nobody give you a job. You sitting on a corner and the government says, well, just have babies. We'll take care of you. It's okay. Well, if I have a baby, I don't have to work. Okay, have babies, your own housing. Back of the government mind saying, yeah, she gonna have as many babies she want. We got a place for them. Almost like a factory. You make the babies. We give you money to stay by yourself. As long as you ain't got no. Well, hold up. Don't let me catch a man in the house. Don't let me catch a man helping you raise these kids. Because if you do, we're gonna snatch the money back. But as long as ain't no man in the house, remember back in the day, men had to hide in the closet because the government found out she had a man helping her raise her kids, helping her trying to get off housing, helping her trying to do better. They're gonna take her money, take her food stamps. So she decides, I don't want no man. I'd rather take the money. But the plan is you raising kids that you ain't got no man in the household. And if you one of these types that don't give a damn about your kids, the government got a place for them. Why do you think they're building all these private prisons? They're building private prisons for a reason. They need to fill them up. Why do you think they not hiring these young boys? Can't get no jobs. Every time they see them on the street, nobody even care. I pass them on the street, I walking up. Them are youngsters, 16, 17, 18 years old. Too young to be hanging out on the street corner, but that's where they at. And don't nobody care. If there was any other race, people be caring. Folks would be out there trying to help them. Folks be trying to find out where your mom at. Why you out here this late at night? They don't care. As a race, we're losing the battle because the people that can help us, and I'm not talking about putting money in our pockets, make us start feeling like we're worth helping. Make us feel like we're worth something. We're worth saving. We're worth build something and hire us as black people to do the job. Ship Channel it's a handful of black people on the Ship Channel. A handful. That was made back in the day. That was the job for black men. I'm not trying to talk bad about no race, other race at all, but I'm trying to figure out where are all the black men and women. And everywhere I go, it's not us I see behind the counter. Veil them, sell them. And I'm going to leave you with that. Please subscribe, share, keep checking out my channel because I'm trying to get the word out. Everybody's making a Facebook page with Shock Jock, YouTube page Shock Jock. I'm not into all that. I'm into telling how it is. All you have to do is look around and tell me, am I telling the truth or if I'm just talking? Am I telling the truth or am I just talking? Because it ain't doing nothing but getting worse. Because as long as you feed that alligator and the alligator gonna get fat and move the other way, he's not coming your way. All he want to do is get fed because he ain't doing nothing else for you. And that's the bottom line. Please subscribe to my channel. Please subscribe to my channel. Until next time, eyes wide shut.